Now, when we were on our way to Tops, I remember that we were together. We drove from wherever we were initially, and then we drove to Tops. But upon our return, the vehicle was stopping at several stops. At times, others would allow the vehicle to go and urinate, and so I was not recording particular spots that we would stop at on our way back from Tops.
But did you eventually return to Foster's hostel?
Precisely, so we went back there.
At what time did you arrive?
Nafika ngobani isikhathi ehostel?
Ngeke ngizokwazi ukutshela isikhathi sokunqoko ngangabhekile isikhathi ukuthi manje seku 10:04 sesiyangena ehostel 10:04 nganganalo ulwazi lokuthi kuzokwenza.
I cannot give you the exact time as to what time we returned to the hostel or what time we would stop at a particular spot. I cannot say that it was 10:04 or just give you an exact time. I can't.
I'm instructed by accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa, that when that photo at page 9 of Exhibit S was taken, he was at sprayed in Katleho, Mazibuko Hostel.
Othi-ke uma lesi sithombe
ngengicommente ngasangazi babe sithatha kuphi
eKatlehong, I would not comment on that photograph because I don't know where they were at the time that picture was taken.
Constable, is it correct that in your evidence in chief you told this court that you have 12 years of experience in the South African Police Service?
Ngabe ilokho otshela inkantolo ngenkathi umthusi kubuza imibuzo ukuthi unesipiliyoni seminyaka ewu-12 uyiphoyisa?
Yebo.
Yes.
Is it also correct that you told this court that on the 26th of October 2014 you were on duty?
Watshela inkantolo iqiniso lokuthi nge-26 October 2014 ubusemsebenzini?
Yebo ngangisemsebenzini.
Yes, I was on duty.
Njengoba ngisho ukuthi ngaphuma early ngaya khona.
As I have indicated, I knocked off early. Waphuma early kuphi?
Emsebenzini.
Constable, please don't
off
prejudge the questions that I'm asking you. Seemingly you are distracting me from my cross-examination. Please, I've asked you earlier to stick to the questions that I'm asking you. Please.
Hlala nje kule mibuzo obuzwa yona. Ungaphokopheleli ezinye okanye eminye imibuzo.
I don't see anything wrong there. The witness is asked as to whether he was on duty. He says yes, but he knocked off early to go to the Foster's hostel. There's nothing wrong with that.
I seem to be distracted when the
I mean,
witness...
this answer here, which he gives, that he knocked off early, he was at work, he knocked off early, and then he went to the hostel.
I haven't asked my lord about him knocking off early and going to the hostel. Maybe I was still going to ask that question. Hence, I'm asking him to confine himself to the questions that I'm asking him.
So what was your question? Which he didn't confine himself to answer it? What was your question?
I asked him, my lord, whether on the 26th of October 2014 he was on duty. Yes. And then he said yes, he was. But he knocked off early.
So what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with that answer. Sorry, proceed.
At what time of the day did you resume your duties on the 26th of October 2014?
Uye waqala ukusebenza ngobani isikhathi nge-26 October 2014?
Ngene ngo-8 emsebenzini.
8 ekuseni. I resumed my duties at 8 o'clock in the morning on the day in question.
When were you going to knock off duty on that day? That is the 26th of October 2014.
Ubuzoshayisa ngobani isikhathi nge-26 October 2014?
Udependa bengiyokwenza ngesikhathi bengikwenza ngakho isikhathi ngishayise ngaso which ngishayise ngabo 12 to 1.
It depends on what I had to do on that day in question. And whatever that I had to do on that day in question, I knocked off about 12. 12 uya 1.
Yeah,
What I want to find
Yeah,
out clearly,
12 to 1 o'clock.
your times, you resume your duties at 8.
Uqala ukusebenza ngo-8,
njengoba soshilo.
as you have said.
I mean, normally, you resume your duties at 8.
Uqala ngo-8 ukusebenza njalo.
Bengiqala ngo-8
Ngenjwayelo.
ngaleso sikhathi.
Yeah,
ngenjwayelo.
Yes, and when are you supposed to knock off duty?
Ubofanele ukuthi-ke ushayise
Njengoba
ngo-12.
kwakuyiSunday kwakudependa ku-event engangiye kuyo nango-11 ngibanga ngishayise early
Nango-11 kwenzakalani?
ngangashayisa.
Okay.
Wangenaso
It-
isikhathi ukuthi makuphela lokhu kuzophela ngesikhathi esiwuba.
all right. It would depend on the event or the activities of the day, because it was on a Sunday. Even at 11 a.m., I would still knock off from duty. So it would depend as to what is it that I was doing on that day in question.
What duties were you doing?
Ubwenzani-ke ngalelo langa?
Ngicabanga ukuthi ingxenye yamaphoyisa imisebenzi wamaphoyisa.
I was doing part of the police duties.
What duties were those?
Eyiphi-ke leyo msebenzi yamaphoyisa?
I was attending the event. Attend the event.
I
Attending
was
what?
attending the event. I was attending the event. Othi ngangiye event.
What events?
Yiphi event?
Iphathi imisebenzi ebangithunyelwe kuyo ukuthi ngiye kuyo.
Ipart yomsebenzi.
Mangikhumbula kwakusegroundini sport ground kwakune-event eyilapho kwakumele ngiyi-attend.
It is the part of the work that I was actually deployed to or sent to. If I remember well, it was at a sporting facility where I was supposed to be a part of that event.
What was happening there?
Kwakwenzakalani lapho?
Kwakunomcimbi we-crime prevention.
There was a crime prevention function.
When had it started?
Ibiqale ngobani isikhathi?
Ngeke ngazi ukuthi biqale ngoba isikhathi kodwa ngicabanga ukuthi biqale ekuseni ngabo-8 ngaba u-past 8 kodwa mina ngifike ngabo-8.
I wouldn't know the exact time
Ngale
that
station
it started
aya khona.
with. I wouldn't know the exact time that it started with. It could have been about 8 o'clock. But I started at the station at 8 o'clock and then I went to that event.
At what time did you arrive at the event?
Wafika ngobani isikhathi khona lapho kwi-event?
Angikhumbula isikhathi kodwa mangikhumbula kwakusesekuseni.
I cannot remember the time, but if my memory serves me well, it was still in the morning.
At what time did you leave the event?
Wafika ngobani isikhathi khona lapho kuleyo event?
Ngoba yashesha yaphela ngicabanga ukuthi ngabo-12 ngabuyela e-station ngayendlini.
I should think it was about 12 because it was finished or done early. And wasuka waya a station waya ekhaya.
Yebo.
From there, I proceeded to the police station and then I subsequently went to my home.
Under which unit are you affiliated?
Usebenza ngaphansi kweyiphi unit?
Ngaleso sikhathi
Yes, at that
Yeah.
time, on the 26th of
sebenza
October
social crime
2014.
prevention.
Social Crime Prevention Unit.
Is it also correct that on that day, the 26th of October 2014, you were allocated the state motor vehicle?
Nge 26 October 2014, wanikezwa imoto yomsebenzi
Yebo.
kahulumeni. That is correct, yes.
Who was your supervisor?
Supervisor wakho bekubani?
Or your commander?
Ubani ucommander wakho? Bekubani ucommander wakho ngaleso sikhathi?
A rollover commander
It was a rollover commander.
or ukhuluma nge-commander who was in charge, my supervisor.
Oh, that was a question. Or are you referring to my supervisor that was directly in charge of my duties?
Yes.
Sika
Person
24.
directly in charge
It
of
was-
your duties.
It was Captain Tifo.
So, from the event, which was held at the sport ground, you said you returned to the police station.
Uthi waphindela khona phana e-police station kusuka kuleyo event ebese sports ground.
Mangikhumbula kahle yebo kuyodrop ezinye izinto engisuke nazo station.
Yes, if I remember well, to go and drop off some items that I initially took from the station.
From the police station, where did you go to?
Ukusuka police station wase uyaphike.
Noma ngengikhumbula ukuthi ngayaphi mangaya ngendlini kodwa ngangazi ukuthi ngi-false dollars emva kwalokho. Ngasestation ngaya endlini mangisuka endlini ngeke ngazi ukuthi ngihambe ngayiphi indlela ukusuka straight or ngisuke ngaqala eshop kodwa ngisuke nje ngaya endlini ngasuke endlini ngayi-false ngayi-Joburg.
What I mean is that even though I cannot tell as to whether I went straight to home or perhaps I went to a shop before I could go home, but what I know that I had to go to forced arrest after I had been at my house.
Is it correct that in your evidence in chief, you told this court that Kwabeni had informed you of a person by the names of Makosonke that you were supposed to pick up at Johannesburg, and you found Makosonke at Carlton Center in Johannesburg?
Ukuthi ebufakazini bakho uGwabeni watshela ngomunye okuthiwa uMakhosonke obufanele ukuthi uyomthatha khona lapha eJoburg kwamthola lo Makhosonke eCarlton Center eJoburg.
Yebo.
Yes.
From there, your evidence in chief is to the effect that you then proceeded to Force Norris hostel.
Ukusuka lapho ke ebufakazini bakho ngenkathi umshusha kubuza imibuzo nase ke niyasuka ke niyahamba niya hostel eForce Norris.
Yebo.
Yes.
This vehicle that was allocated to you, for which duties were you supposed to conduct using that vehicle?
Le moto wawunikezwe yona ikahulumeni ke wawufanele ukuthi uyenze muphi umsebenzi usebenzisa yona le moto.
Kwakuthi umsebenzi engangiwenza ngokuthi ngangiyathende ngayo kwakuyimonto enganginikeziwe engangiyisebenzisa full time.
The very same activity or duties that I had performed on the day in question when I had gone to attend the event, because this was the vehicle that was given to me so that I can attend that event.
Were you authorized to travel with that vehicle to Johannesburg in Carlton Center to pick up Makosonke?
Wagunyazwa ke ukuthi uthathe le moto kwenye uhambe ngale moto ukuya eJoburg ukuyothatha uMakhosonke.
Anginegunya lokuhamba ngayo le moto.
I had the authority to drive this vehicle.
Is it also correct that Makosonke is not a member of the South African Police Service? He's a private person. Are you allowed then to use the state motor vehicle to carry private person?
Kuyiqiniso ke ukuthi lo Makhosonke akulona iphoyisa kuwumuntu nje womphakathi kanti ugunyeziwe yini ukuthi ke uyothatha umuntu okungelona iphoyisa khona lapha uthatha uMakhosonke.
Njoba sengishilo umsebenzi wami uyangigunyaza ukuthi ngingakwazi ukuthatha omunye umuntu futhi ngivumelekile ukulayisha omunye umuntu welunga lomndeni wami.
Now, as I have already said, that I am authorized to can pick up a person or any other person, even if they are not SAPS, as long as the person is the member of my family.
In your experience, Constable, as a member in the South African Police Services, have you effected arrest?
Usuke wabamba umuntu wena njengoba uyiphoyisa ke usebenze esiphoyiseni uyisipilini sakho? A lot of them.
Is it also correct, Constable, that you, that is yourself, being a member in the South African Police Services, you execute your duties without any fear, favor, and prejudice?
Wena ke nje ngelunga lesiphoyisa uyakwazi ukuthi wenze umsebenzi wakho ngaphandle kokusaba cekela phansi omunye umuntu okanye ke ukumelana okanye ukuseka umuntu othize uzenzela umsebenzi wakho ungasupporti okanye ukufavor umuntu othize.
Yebo, kumsebenzi wami lo.
It is my duties, yes.
Constable, there are provisions in the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977. It is your Bible. You are supposed to know these provisions by heart.
Yeah, bona ke lemibandela ke Criminal Procedures Act 51 ka 1977 kuyiBhayibheli lakho ke lezi ke okanye lemibandela lapho ufanele ke ukuthi uyenze.